Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News Update. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Today, I'm highlighting news from Barbados. The Barbados government efforts to cut the country's high food import bill, facing major hurdles due to a lack of accurate data from local farmers. Well, like that, and you're having problems with collecting data when it pertains to the farmers in your country. My goodness. But anyhow, Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, Dr. Chantal Monroe-Knight, revealed that agriculture officials struggle to establish production targets because many growers do not consistently submit details on what crops they are planting, when they are planting them, or the expected harvest dates. But a lot of times people just don't really have time to be going about coming and always submitting this type of information into the ministries or whatsoever. Just like how you have inspectors going around, health inspectors and so forth, you should have some sort of people working in the public service to go and survey these individuals and find out from them what they need and what they're lacking and so forth, and what types of crops that they're cultivating. You don't think that's a good idea? The state always expects the citizens to do everything, not realizing that these people barely have time on their hands. They barely even have a social life a lot of the times because they're so focused on doing their jobs. I mean, come on, people. I mean, I find this a little unfair because you can't expect people. You might just to take a day off. A lot of the times you're able to do these things that you're talking about here, unless you have some sort of platform online. If you have a platform online and you want these people to be able to just submit the information online, maybe they'll be able to do it more often. But if it is, they have to be going into a ministry or department and submitting this information and carrying a form or whatever. There's a whole day. So basically, especially if you have a small farm, basically you're losing out on a whole day's work. Yeah, you might have employees or whatsoever, but a lot of the times these people take their businesses very seriously, and they want to be around to be able to supervise and ensure that work is being performed properly and efficiently. I don't know, but I just find, trying to put the blame on the farmers. That's what governments love to do, always put the blame on the people. Speaking to local media, Dr. Monroe-Knight explained that this missing information prevents the ministry from tracking national output and anticipating crop shortages before they hit the market. While commodities like sweet potatoes and yams have more predictable baselines due to direct government involvement, private farming activities across the island remain difficult to measure because it's private. It's private. And therefore, if you want to be able to gather your information, you have to send out people there. You all have to be real bold-faced to people doing their private stuff, right? Operating their private businesses, their private farms, and you want them to be coming in every minute to give you information. I mean, come on, people. Tell me if that's making any kind of sense. This gap severely limits the government's ability to monitor progress on its broader crop escalation program. Despite these data challenges, the ministry is monitoring 16 priority crops and moving forward with several initiatives to boost domestic supply. Officials have introduced 32 new sweet potato varieties to expand local consumer choices and satisfy specific demands within the hotel and tourism sectors. Additionally, a full onion productive drive, I see they're doing that, I think, in Jamaica too, is set to roll out following successful trials of a specialized onion drying facility aimed at extending crop shelf life. Here we got onions center. Woo! They just stay good for long, They kind of spoil after a while. It's soft and, yeah. To further support local growers, the government plans to open a tissue culture laboratory at Cardi in Curtains, St. Philip. Tissue culture. Alrighty then. The new facility will provide farmers with clean planting materials and high yield crop varieties to improve overall harvest rates. Coupled with the launch of the new Barbados Agricultural Statistics Platform, authorities hope these measures will encourage greater farmer cooperation and secure long-term food security for the island. Yeah, well, the Agricultural Statistics Platform, if it is, you have it, of course, I guess that means it, what, online or whatever. It will make it easier, yeah, for the farmers and them. But still, that's the thing about it. You're putting the burden on these individuals that are working hard just to be able to make a profit, to be able to get by, to be able to pay their workers their salaries and so forth. Oh gosh, send people, just like how you like to go on macro people business and always sending inspectors to find out if it is people keeping the place, the yard clean and all kind of thing, health inspectors and thing. You have a Ministry of Agriculture, send individuals to go and visit these farms and find out what type of crops they're cultivating, what type of animals they're rearing and so forth, and see what kind of assistance they need. You're the government. The people hired you all. The people always giving me a motley, overwhelming votes. Serve the people, man, and stop expecting the people to actually serve you. I mean, I don't know. I can be sounding ridiculous. Tell me in the comment section, of course, what you think. But I just don't like how, if it is Trinidad and Tobago, where it is all over the world, especially here in the Caribbean, governments always like to put the blame on the citizens. Even though they are the ones responsible for being able to gather this type of information and be able to perform their duties. They're always talking about, oh, we don't know. So what people voted for MPs for? What people voted for MPs for is not to be able to, that's the thing about it, you don't ever see them, you know. You don't ever see them except election time. Because even the MPs and them, right? Even the councillors and so forth, you don't ever see them except when it's election time. I tell you, I'm waiting for my councillor for my area. Don't come knocking by my door. This time around, you know, Cicharan. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know I'm telling you. Because I ain't opening. This time. As a matter of fact, I will open it, watch it, and close back my door. I know what it is I'm telling you. I will open it and watch your plane and watch all your plane and close back my door. So even in these kind of cases, come on, the representatives of those areas should be going and visiting the farms to be able to gather that type of information. Don't you think that makes more sense than always placing the burdens on these individuals to submit the information? People already have so much of frustration about having to submit tax information and all kind of things like that. You want them to be submitting this type of information? How often for you to be able to gather your information about what type of crops, where there's a certain type of crop that is lacking in the country and whatever else? I mean, to me, I find it's ridiculous. Other people might be saying, oh, you're trying to encourage the people to be too lazy and let them fulfill these responsibilities. And you're a citizen of our country and they should do this and they should do that. But we hired people to do those things for us. That is what our government there for, not to serve us. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Weather report for Trinidad and Tobago Thursday, August 6, 2026. On Thursday, August 6, 2026, Trinidad and Tobago will experience scattered thunderstorms and morning showers transitioning into a clearer evening. Daytime temperatures will reach a high of 29 degrees Celsius, feeling like 32 degrees Celsius due to 78% humidity with an easterly wind blowing at 12 miles per hour. A mild to moderate concentration of Saharan dust remains present in the atmosphere, so individuals with respiratory sensitivities should exercise caution. Regarding the marine outlook, seas will be moderate in open waters with waves ranging from 1.5 meters to 2.0 meters, while sheltered areas will see waves between 1.0 meters to 1.5 meters. Heavy downpours may trigger localized street or flash flooding in low-lying areas. The UV index reaches a very high level of 9, requiring sun protection if you are outdoors during peak hours. Psalm 31-4. A song of thanksgiving for deliverance and healing. I will exalt you, Lord, because you rescued me and refused to let my enemies celebrate over my defeat. Lord my God, I cried out to you for help, and you restored my health and made me whole. Lord, you pulled me back from the edge of death, you spared my life and kept me from sinking into the grave. Sing praises to the Lord, all you who are faithful to him, and give thanks to his holy name.
Lord, I cried to you, and you rescued me from death, healing my life. Sing praises to the Lord, and give thanks to his name. His anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news update. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.